Learn to deal with the valley. The hills are kept the same. But don't you know you got wild blood running through your veins?
Hello everyone, I want to thank you for joining me again today for another episode of Lessons from a Father. My name is Adam and I'm a father of 6, but I've been through a lot in my life and I know that many of you have as well. So I've started this channel to be a community, that we can come together and bridge the gap of our differences and find common ground through the similarities in the lives that we are living, in the similarities in the lives that we are experiencing internally and extraneous of us, the things that are happening to us, to all of us. Now today, as you can see, I'm in the middle of working. I'm working on my house here today. And I've got something on my mind that really has just been plaguing me for the last couple of days. And I've been in a good, heavy, meditative state, getting some good responses, some good vibes and feelings, and really just trying to flow with the natural, organic energy rather than forcing it. Just letting it come to me, rather than forcing my opinion or forcing what I think I want, think I need. And if you step back and look and listen, it all plays out for you. The path just rolls out in front of you if you're not forcing it. And guys and gals, friends, there's really no better feeling than knowing that you are on that right path, that you have found the path that you are to take. Whether you believe that it is God guiding you, or the universe guiding you, or the energy, the flow, the chi, the whatever it is, when you find it, when you feel peace about your direction, oh my goodness, that peace just flows out of you. And it affects everyone else around you. And it uplifts everyone else around you. And it can guide everyone else around you at the same time. That is why, if you are a Christian, a believer, we believe that Christ was the light because he led us all on that path. And he gave it to us. Now, if you're a non-believer, that's totally fine. That's okay. I love meditation. I meditate 3 times a day. In the morning when I wake up, in the afternoon, at some point throughout the day, usually when I need it the most. I have 6 kids. I have 4 companies, 2 of which are relatively busy working companies. And I need meditation probably a dozen times a day. But I'll tell you what, I pray all day long. I pray to my Father in heaven. I pray to Mother Earth. I pray to receive the energy and the flow around me. And that is why I meditate. I will later go into how I meditate, why I meditate, what I do to meditate. But I've been meditating since I was 2 or 3. And I've taught all of my kids, all 6 of my kids, to meditate. And most of them do it with me a few times a week. But I'm severely ADHD my whole life. I have a major TBI, a brain injury, and my mind is different than most people's. And I have found ways to accommodate my differences, to embrace those differences. Each of us has a different path, a different purpose, and no one outside of you can tell you what your purpose is. They may be able to help you and guide you and show you things and the way. But you've got to want to do it on your own. You've got to have that desire. Because if you don't have that desire, you're just going to be waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody and something to happen to you. You have to be proactive. You have to go out there and seek it out. Search for it. Work for it sometimes. Now, what I've been thinking about a lot lately is I hear many people asking the question, is this the right person for me? Am I supposed to marry this person? Is this my soulmate, my spouse, my future companion? And then we hear people going, I can't get an answer. I can't get an answer. I don't know. I'm confused. Friends, that's your answer. You've had your answer all along. And when you feel it, when you know it, there's no doubt about it. There's no question. You seek confirmation, and you will get it. I attest to you that if you force something, it will be swayed based on the force that you are pushing on it. And it will not open up clearly in front of you as you want it to. So breathe deeply throughout the day. Be mindful about how you live your life. Be mindful about how you treat other people. Because how we treat other people is reflective about how we treat ourselves. And it makes me sad to see people, many people out there, belittling others, putting them down, insulting them, talking to them sarcastically, condescendingly, yelling and screaming. It's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. The past couple mornings, I have done a routine with my kids, getting them up in the morning. And it's something that I frequently try to do in small steps. But the past couple of days, my son, my one son, who is 11, he has responded differently this time. Yesterday morning, I had a good conversation with him. I had a great motivational talk in the morning, first thing about his purpose for the day, about what he wanted to accomplish, about how he wanted to go about his homeschool, and then how he wanted to go about learning something new on the skateboard or on the bike or on the dirt bike or musically, whatever it is. I want to teach my kids whatever they want to learn. I want them to develop skills and talents that drive them into success. Yesterday afternoon, after lunch, he approached me. He approached me with a big smile on his face. And he said, "Dad, I tried to stay positive all day. It just makes me very proud that this is the decision that he made." And he said, "Dad, I'm going to try every day to wake up with a good attitude." And this morning, I came up and he was making his bed all on his own. That motivation, especially for kids at young ages, happens in different ways at different times, and it's here and there. And we can't give up because we don't see the results of what we're trying to do, what we're attempting to give them and show them. And then many people give up and they're like, well, that didn't work. I have to try something different. Know what you want to teach them. Know what is the right thing and the best thing to teach them. And then stick to it so that they see that you are committed to the right thing, that you're not waving in different directions, that you are not deviating from what you said before or in the beginning or first. It's okay to try new things, yes, definitely. But let's show them dedication to what we know is right. Now, right now in today's world, in 2021, we have a lot of misdirected young men, young women as well. But I see a lot of the misdirected young men on the media, on the news, doing some terrible things, treating people terribly, hurting people very badly, for no reason at all, going out and kicking and pushing and beating up elderly people for no reason at all. This came from home. This came and this stemmed from their youth, their childhood. Where was their father? Denzel Washington, who is one of my favorite actors of all time, made a statement recently. And he says, it starts in the home. If the father is not in the home, the boy will find a father in the streets. I saw it in my generation and every generation before me and everyone since. Now, my parents divorced when I was 1. They split up. They did not have a good relationship. They were the complete opposite of one another. The way that my mother tried to instill Christian and positive and healthy and organic beliefs in me were undone by the example of my biological father. And I had to visit him every weekend in his home, which was a very trashy trailer in a very trashy trailer park. I will say he kept it clean. He was a clean freak, but it was not a good area. And I grew up getting in lots of trouble, lots of fights with these people every weekend. Not because I looked for it, but I can't tell you how many of these young men, these boys that were out there causing trouble and bullying and beating people up and knifing people. I got sliced one day from this one kid who, I know his father was never around. I'll get into that story later in more detail, but just a few months after he sliced me in this fight, he hung himself. His father was never around. Most of these boys did not have a father at home. Now, what kind of a father will you be in your home? That's the next decision. That is the key. What kind of a man, what kind of a person, what kind of a father do you want to present to your children? We have to make that decision, and we have to stick to it. And it is okay to falter. It is okay to fall short. It is okay to fail, which we never do if we never give up. Failure is a mindset. If you decide to give up, then you will fail. But if you decide that you never give up and you continue to try, you will never fail. So friends, those are my thoughts for today. I'm going to keep it short, and I want to wrap it up because I've got to get back to work. So I want to thank you all for joining me here at Lessons from a Father. My name is Adam. I'm a father of 6, and I've been through a lot. And this is my journey, and I invite you to take it with me. So let's change the world, starting now. Thanks for watching.
Learn to deal